about over here? Hi. Wait for your mic, How
do you guys like prepare for emotionally taxing scenes and how do you connect to the scenes?
Well, as an actress, you would have to answer that
question. Have another coffee.
You know what? My response kind of goes back to his response to the prior question, which is it's become easier to kind of get into, I think early on, you kind of try all the tricks, you try emotional recall, memory recall, and whatnot, but the more comfortable you are with the character and what they're going through, the easier it is. And we've talked about this together. My least favorite thing that any script can ever say is they cry. Sam cries. Because in the past, there have been scenes where it says, Sam breaks down and it cries, whatever. A tear drops, and then all you're thinking about is like get to a place to cry, and it becomes kind of forced. A lot of the scenes where Sam and or Dean have broken down and actually cried, that was nowhere near the script. It just happened as a character. And conversely, sometimes when it says they break down, it didn't feel like a time when it would have been appropriate to break down. So it's kind of very, it's a moment by moment, scene by scene decision. And if you feel it that day, and if your character's going through something, I guess be true to what you're feeling. Because there's nothing worse than somebody going like, oh God, I have to cry. I'm trying to force it, when you're just not feeling it. And Robert De Niro said something one time, something to the effect of, I'm going to sort of flashback this a little bit, but something to the effect of, human beings try not to cry, they don't try to cry. So seeing somebody try to get to a place where they're crying, it just feels fake. Most people when they break down are actually trying to kind of hold it together and be tough through it. And I think that's much more dynamic and interesting as a fan of the craft of acting.
It's over for me. It doesn't have to be for you.
No.
No, you can keep going.
Who says I want to?
What?
I'm tired, Sam. I'm tired of this job. This life. This weight on my shoulders, man, I'm tired of it.
So what? So you're just gonna give up? I mean, you're just gonna lay down and die? Look, Dean, I know this stuff with Dad.
You're wrong. It's not about Dad. I mean, part of it is, sure.
Then what is it about?
Yeah, I agree with that. In fact, if you ever see, she cries in a script, just change that to gets emotional. Because you can be emotional and not have to do the waterworks. Sometimes it won't say that at all, and you'll feel emotional because of whatever the scene's doing or what you're feeling from the other person that you're working with, and that can also get you. But I would say, at the very basis, be available for that. Be emotionally available when you walk on scene, when you walk on set. Don't have your lines and your delivery so over-rehearsed that there's only one way you're going to do it. Be available for what the scene, for those little magic moments that might reveal themselves during the scene, so that you can use those, you can accept those, and those can actually be a part of your performance. There are many times, many scenes where we've run the lines, 5, 6 times, and we get on set, and we start putting emotion behind those words, and all of a sudden it becomes a completely different scene, something that we hadn't even thought of. And it's because we're available for that emotion to surface. That said, I did a scene in the last episode we shot, which will be episode 12, where Dean's in a bad spot physically, and it wasn't written emotional, like it wasn't, but it was written. There was, I would say, scary, and that got me very emotional. So much so that when I was done doing this little scene, I had several crew people come up with tears in their eyes. And they were like, that just freaked me out. And so, yeah, look for that. But that was one of those that was one of those scenes where you don't expect it to happen. And then all of a sudden you're in this scene and you realize the weight and the gravity of what is happening to this character. And it just became very heavy, and it was like almost this weight was on my shoulders, and that just, it got me emotional for Dean, which then in turn, Dean got emotional. Yeah.
Thank you.
Holy crap. You did it. No. No, we did it. We did it. Dean. Dean, we had a deal! Michael. Thanks for the suit.
I've got something.
You got it.
What I'm going to share is actually just a private moment that we had, and I'm going to change the tone. I'm going to change the tone here for a minute. So earlier today, Jensen and I, we met a couple of women who have completed the I'm Alive training for the SPN Family Crisis Support Hotline, right? And
Are you out there?
yes.
Yes.
There were two of you. Anyone else? No. And Jensen, do you mind? Jensen came into lunch late, and he was like, I had to take a minute because he had a tough time finishing autographs after meeting one of these women who has been working on the crisis support hotline that we helped set up. Like the I Am Alive campaign and the You Are Not Alone campaign funded this thing that now there were 11,000 people that signed up to be crisis support hotline monitors, and hundreds of them have finished the training, and it's now a fully functioning hotline, and this woman has completed 50 hours. And typically behind the scenes in the lunchroom, we are all collectively as a group a bunch of assholes. But Jensen came in and his eyes were kind of red, and I gave him a hug, and he said, and I'm quoting here, "Don't do that."
Don't do that! Hello, Dean. Cass, we've talked about this. Personal space. My apologies.
And it was a moment when we have these brief interstitials where we are almost, I would say 99.99% of the time, total assholes. But there are these little moments when we are like deeply touched by you guys and by the fact that we're all affecting one another in a meaningful way, and by the fact that maybe something that we helped set up might have saved a life or made a day a lot better. And that was like a really lovely moment. And we have these little lovely moments from time to time that are kind of more powerful than you can put words to. It's just it feels like this makes being away from our families and all the time we spend on this well worth it.
When this was kind of what got me was, so signing autographs, and some of you guys were probably a part of the situation. I don't know if you remember when Misha walked up with her and said, hey, she's one of the counselors that is part of what we set up. I hadn't actually, that hadn't been personified for me yet. And so I spoke to you for a brief second, and it was something like, was it 50 hours? Right? Could you stand up? Was it? Was it 50 hours? 50 hours you'd spent on the phone. And she walked away, and that hit me. That was 50 hours. It's hitting me now. Shit. That something that was spawned out of this and out of this could help people to that degree, to where there was a verified person to counsel somebody or people for that amount of time, and she was one of them. And I know that there's many of them. It hit me hard. And I get to look at you, I get to see you guys, and I know you all have a story, and I wish I could hear and talk to every one of you at length. I don't have that opportunity, but knowing that something that I was a part of helped create that, that betters people and inspires people to be a better person. Because, and Jared shared this with me, he's like, no one can help you but yourself. You're the only person that can help yourself. But if you get inspired by something, if something touches you and inspires you and makes you believe something that then helps you help yourself, then that's important. And she's doing important things. And the fact that I was a small molecule of a being that helped many people, I don't know, it hit me really, really hard, and I had to take a breather. I had to take a knee. And so, yeah, so I went upstairs to Daniela's room. She was like, you need to come upstairs. And I'm like, yeah, I think I do. And
How I feel. This inside me. I wish I couldn't feel anything, Sammy. I wish I couldn't feel a damn thing.
I remember walking up to her room. I didn't make it. So I held out for maybe 70 more autographs. I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you.
He was very flatulent during that time.
Yes, that was just the gas.
You know who does that? Crazy people!
And then we were walking, and I was like, nope, you're not gonna make it to the elevator. And I just sat there, and Jared just grabbed me and hugged me, and it was one of those moments where it's like, this shouldn't exist. From a point of view that is like a television show, actor, fan relationship, this probably shouldn't exist. It exists, guys. We feel you. And you mean a shit ton to us. You really do.
Kill him! Dean? Yeah. Awesome. That's awesome. Right. Come on.
You know what? You're awesome.
Thanks. You too, I guess.